What is up, Finesse family? Hopefully, you guys are having a great Friday. It is Friday. Yes, yes, yes. Man, there's so many different topics going on today, guys. I wanted to update you on for us to discuss, see these different mindsets going on with these different people, see if it's going on with you. Is it relatable? We got that mindful mindset going on. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, you're having a great day here. My name is Mrs. B Finesse of millennialfinessemindset.com. And here we are, the Finesse family. Hey, what does that stand for? What does the Finesse family mean? Finesse is an acronym. It stands for faithfully innovating, being naturally effective, and seeking success every day. That is what we do here. We do that many ways. We discuss different things going on as far as important things in the news, finance. We talk about health. We talk about mental health and stability. We talk about many things to help you and your family and your life. Everything we talk about is totally relevant and something that is needed and is going on in the world and society, and something to help you shift your mindset to something that is productive. That is a whole goal of the talks and conversations that we have, guys. So, once again, guys, there is so much stuff going on with people. We're going to talk about the issue with Elon Musk and his wife, girlfriend. She's talking about how he lives below the poverty line. Can you guys believe that? We're also going to talk about the Cardi B Tasha K thing. There's some more things that have went on specifically in that I just found out. So we're going to talk about that because I know you guys want to talk about that. We're also going to talk about that the late Miss Alabama. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but she fell over a roof. It was a big thing in Florida, especially the Miami area. That's where she deleted. She fell over the balcony of a multi-story building. The Jussie Smollett thing, if you guys don't know about that, there's an update on that. We're going to talk about, Jussie. We're going to talk about him. Also, Nick Cannon, the realist, all kind of topics. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about those things, get through the week so you guys can have some things, just even have one-on-one conversation with your friends and family about you didn't know about. We're going to get into that, guys. So let's get it started. Hopefully you guys are having a great day once again. And make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. Make sure you are sharing because sharing is caring, as my daughter would say. Let's go. Good grief. I love the intro, guys. You should see me in the background. I'm like bopping and shaking my head to it. Hopefully, you guys are encouraged by it too, and it gets your kind of spirit up to listen to it. So, once again, guys, back at it again. Good day, Finesse family. You guys know how we do throughout the week. We talk about different issues and topics. Could be trending, could not. Most of them are dealing with your mindset, how to stay focused, how to stay motivated, how to accomplish your goals, and get to those different ideals and things you need as far as yourself to be whole and then your family. And then we talk about a lot of issues that encompass things that are going on with people in the news, in that is trending, and then we relate it back to how that can help you stay and have these conversations to stay mindful and have a mindful mindset, right? So let's get straight into it, guys, because there's a lot of stuff going on. And I want to know first, well, let me see what you guys are saying. Can somebody tell me, guys, how do I bring the poll back up? Like when I'm looking at it, it like disappears. So then when I look at it again on the phone, I don't see the poll. So I'm trying to bring it back up. But once again, let's go into the chat, see what you guys talk about. Hey, OG, she's saying greetings and salutations. We got Yvonne in the building saying hi, everyone. Hey, Miss Gail Knight is here. She's saying greetings, fam. Lucasey's in here. She's saying greetings. Everybody's saying greetings to each other. Good. Let's get straight into this because I'm wondering, do you guys know about this article that is going on with Grimes and Elon. So we talked about this before, guys. We talked about, you guys know, at least every other week, because Elon to me is so interesting, and his dynamic and his mindset and his ideal of his work ethic. It's so interesting, encouraging, and yet I wonder for him too. The dichotomy of it is so interesting to me. That whenever he's doing anything, I always try to mesh that in. So, anyways, this was interesting to me because the woman that he has a child with, her name is Grimes. Now, this is her. So, if you don't know, that is her name. And he is, I don't know if he's married to her, but they have children together, okay? And she was like, I think she's in California still, and I believe he's in Texas somewhere. But anyway, it says Grimes says Elon Musk lives at home below the poverty line. So we're gonna get into that, because I'm wondering if you guys are thinking, is she talking literally, or is she talking hypothetically? Is she trying to be funny? And we're gonna get into that, because she's gonna give some semblance to this. And I thought this was interesting for those of you that have this mindset that you need to show off everything you have, and you need to, but you want to look like you have money, is this saying, and or you want to catch up with the Joneses and things of that nature. We got this billionaire, which is the richest person in the world, and we're gonna kind of break down what his girlfriend is saying, how they lived even when he was the number one richest person in the world, the planet, right? And it says, and he would not buy a new mattress despite her side having a hole in it. All right, so let's get into this, because this was so interesting to me when I read it. But when I understood where Elon Musk came from, and I understood like his upbringing, I could see that. And I think a lot of times people misconstrue. Come on, StreamYard, don't fail me now. Misconstrue when people get money. A lot of times, those people that really are trying to sustain that money and keep it, they don't waste it. And if you guys know Elon's story, I've kind of talked about it a little bit. He very much wants to succeed to a detriment. Like, he will do anything. It's kind of like a manic personality to meet his goal, meet and determine it, and he'll lose it all to get it. He has an extreme personality, right? So once again, if you just come in and hit the like button, we're talking about this whole thing that's trending, and they're talking about Elon Musk lives at times below the poverty level, and this is his girlfriend speaking on this, right? And that's her. She's a musician, an artist. Her name's Grimes, very popular too. And it says Grimes said on her own and off again partner Elon Musk sometimes live below the poverty line. She said Musk opted not to buy a mattress after her side was found to have a hole in it. And this is her speaking, and I quote, she told this to Vanity Fair, "Bro does not live like a billionaire." Mind you guys, she's way, way younger than him. I think Elon's in his 40s or 50s. I believe Grimes is touching on 20. She might be touching on 20, I think. Let's see. So let's get into kind of what they were saying. So it said Grimes said in an interview published this week that her on again, off again partner, Elon, was the world's richest person, sometimes lived below the poverty line. So before I go any longer, I want to see if you guys believe this. Do you think Grimes is just saying this to be messy, or do you really think she was going through this? Gail says, I have no idea about the poll. That's why I did it only once, because I didn't know the results would bring. Yeah, Gail, it's so weird because like I try to keep my phone up, just because like I said, when I on StreamYard, sometimes you can't tell when you're glitching or whatever. So I always try to keep another device on my up so I can see when it's acting up as far as like StreamYard and the connection. But yeah, it's so weird, it just disappears. Like the poll will be up and then it just goes away. So that's why I'm like, sometimes I can get it, and sometimes I got to depend on BTB, or somebody in the chat that talks about the poll. Usually BTB will say something about chat. Sometimes on to, yeah, I don't see my poll over here. Let's see. Wally says, "Hey party people, let's see how strong Miss B holds up today." Wally, it's just you like to really push it, right? You like to push the veil open, Wally. I see that. As long, like I said, guys, I have a lot of stuff planned throughout the day, most days. But when I can flip it, you guys know you're gonna get that extra time, or we'll just create something else, something where it can just kind of be us, and we can just have that side time, sidebar, Patreon or something like that, something where we can just kind of spend that time and we can just really talk So we'll see what's going on with that, guys. Once again, guys, as you're coming in, yes, hit the like button. We're gonna hopefully breeze through. It's always like Freaky Friday too. Sometimes with StreamYard, it'll glitch. I know this is a time around people are getting off work or on their lunch, or it's just Friday, so there's a lot going on in StreamYard. So I get it. It's all good. Not tripping. Let's see. Wally says, I don't blame him. I would choose a floor over a bed for survival. And you know what, Wally? My best friend actually says that she likes sleeping on the floor compared to a mattress. And sometimes that's people's Steve. So, sometimes it's better, I guess, on their back or whatever to be on the floor, sleeping on the floor. So, but let's get into it, right? So it says, speaking with Vanity Fair, it says, so Grimes is a musician, guys. If you don't believe it, Google it. I know some looking at it probably like, Shaggy? But like she's super popular. I didn't know that either until I looked it up, right? So it says, I mean, she's just breaking it down, talking about him. And my whole thing is, even if he did have you on a mattress with a hole in it or whatever, you're procreating with this guy. So you must care about him and love him to a certain extent. Why are you telling all your personal business? He still got money in the bank or something in the bank, or he holds assets. So it doesn't matter. He can get it if he wanted it. But I digress. It says, speaking with Vanity Fair, the musician recalled how they had once found a hole in her side of the mattress while living in Los Angeles. Instead of buying a new one, she said, Musk suggested that they bring over the mattress from her home. This is why I wanted to talk about this, because it's so funny to me. But it's a reality and truth, because sometimes guys are just, they don't really care about a lot of stuff. Some guys do. Stop talking. I'm not talking in extremes here, guys. But for the most part, as long as the guy's comfortable and he's got food, he's not really trying to do all that extra stuff like us women do. They don't really care about that type of stuff. They can just have the basics and they're okay, right? So I could see him doing this. And she says instead of buying a new one, he suggested that she bring her mattress from her house over. And this is her quoting. She says, like, bro wouldn't even get a new mattress. Now, this is how she's talking. This ain't me. This is how she talks, right? And it says, Grimes said to Vanity Fair, bro does not live like a billionaire. Bro lives at times below the poverty line. To the point where I was like, can we not live in an insecure $40,000 house where the neighbors film us and there's no security? And I'm eating peanut butter for 8 days in a row, end quote. So what do you guys think she's going overboard? I mean, let me know, to be honest, because to me, I'm not shocked. I've done many stories on Elon. I've read about him. I've watched documentaries on Elon Musk. I actually think he's very interesting. And the simple fact, and you guys got to realize, I believe they were in Los Angeles at that point. So a $40,000 house in anywhere in California, if you understand the demographics and how money is, I don't even know if that's a garage in California to rent a room in a garage, $40,000. So I don't know. Let me see what you guys are saying about it, because like I said, the other thing that I don't think people understand about Elon Musk, and this is what I've understood from, like I said, watching documentaries on him and reading up on, because I like as far as how he handles business and aspects of business. That's why I like to watch him, as far as his motivation and his ideals and business. That's captivating to me. And what he said was, many times he put everything. So I believe in the first 5 years or something in Tesla, I don't remember specifically how he said, but he literally didn't have anything. He said when he first started his first venture, I believe Elon Musk was one of the main first investors, I believe, in PayPal, I think. And he said when he started that, what they did was him and his roommate, or him and his brother, I believe they slept in an office space that they rented. And they did that for years because they wanted to save money, because all the money they got, they put back in the business. Now, if you are a business person or entrepreneur, you know and understand that as you get money, when you get things, it goes back into the business. Even doing podcasting or doing YouTubing, everything that you will get at any point, even if it's from people, donations, or whatever, you want to enhance the experience. So you put it, if you care, you put it back into equipment, into microphones, into lights, things of that nature, because you want to make the experience better for the people so you can create something bigger. So I understand that aspect. And he said a lot of times he was in the red. So even though Tesla was up and booming, it started, I believe, right around the crash is when he got going. He said he was leaking. I think they call it bleeding money, which means he was losing money. Even though he had $1 billion company and he had SpaceX, and remember I told you guys about the other company he had where he is creating chips to put in people that are paralyzed to somehow get their limbs to either formulate or grow again and or start functioning so they can walk again. So that's another venture that he's working on. And he said with Tesla, he said he was losing money. He's bleeding money. But he said it was so much to a point where he was like manic, to where he did not stop putting money in Tesla. It was like he believed in it so much he didn't care if anybody else didn't believe in it, that he was going to keep going. And I think that to a certain degree is a good thing, because you have to believe in yourself that much to lose it all. But he's losing up in the 100 millions into billions, so when you lose that much, how do you recoup from that unless you really have a good mindset, to be honest? So let's see what you guys are saying. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Yes, thank you. Wally says he doesn't blame him, right? He says love it all. It's all love, right? Let's see. Luke Hazley says he sold all his 7 homes and sold all major possessions and now lives in a $50,000 home. To me, as long as he's safe, I don't see what the problem is. Now, $50,000 home maybe in Alabama or even a mobile home, because some mobile homes you can get really nice mobile homes for like less than 100,000, like a good decent one. It might not be upscale, but you can get something that's nice and put it on some property. So the whole mindset, you have to assume 2 things about him in this moment. You have to assume maybe he is like overwhelmed and stressed to the point where he doesn't want a lot of other things. He's already, like I said, trying to build an empire with his money, so he doesn't want to even be lascivious with any account of his money. Or he is really doing something on another level that people cannot understand, because we're such a consuming society and we think just because there's a high ticket value on it, it means more. So, like I said, you're talking in the mind of a billionaire, and I believe Elon has I think a form of autism also too. So there might be some extremes to how he's thinking and working too that we might not understand. So thank you for that, Luke Hazley. I didn't know about that. Let's see. Wally says, Miss B, I did it all of my teenage years, and I had a bed. I just didn't want to be in a room with my sister. What was that in reference to, Wally? Let me see what you were talking about before. I don't blame him. I would choose a floor over a bed. Oh, okay. I get you, Wally. Yeah. But like I said, I know a lot of people that like to sleep on the floor. They think the floor is better on their back. They rather sleep on the floor, right? Gail says, after I voted, the poll went away. I think it usually pins to the top, but you already have a comment pin. So, but you know what, Gail? It did it before. I had a comment pin before, and I was looking at my phone, and then when I looked over at it, it was up there. So that's weird. I don't know. It's weird. Hey, M. Mills, hopefully you're having a great day today. So guys, if you're just getting in, we're talking the first story we have in the plethora of stories we have today. We're talking about how you guys feel about Elon and him living below the poverty level. So a lot of articles are trending talking about Elon Musk living at or below the poverty level right now, not like 20, 30, 40 years ago. And this is from his on and off again girlfriend who he has kids by, and she's an entertainer. Her name is Grimes. And she's basically talking about, she basically prefaced it at a certain point when they were living together in his house in, I believe, California, that the mattress was so bad that the side she slept on, I guess, got a hole in it. And she asked Elon if he'll get another mattress so I guess she could be comfortable while they sleep. And Elon told her, listen, go to your house and get your mattress. She says, and I quote, instead of buying a new one, she said, Musk suggested that they bring over the mattress from her home instead. Do you think that's wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to tell me, It was Elon wrong for asking her if she got a problem with his mattress to bring her Happy Tail her own mattress. I want you guys to tell me if he's wrong for that. Yes or no? Are you for Elon or against Elon is what I want to know in the chat. Let's see. Luke Casey says Musk could be testing her to see if she wants to live with him in almost poverty before he commits to her. Could be Lucchese. And to be honest, Lucchese, I really believe he meant this thing. Because the one thing I do get about Elon Musk and his ideals as far as is him and making this money, my whole feeling of him is that he's not doing this for money. I think him with these ideas in his head for going to space and living there, creating a sustainable car that's not hurting the environment, helping people with health issues that can never walk again in their life. And we've always assumed that if you're paralyzed, you can't walk. Can I make them walk? You get what I'm saying? Can I help them walk? So his ideas are so extreme that I think he really cares less about money. And adding on to what Lucchese said, yes, I don't think he really cares about the drama and the whole ideal of having the money, having the things. I think he's lost so hard that his mindset is to basics. And this is what I tell you guys always with this mindful mindset, finesse mindset, faithfully innovating, inspiring, right? He's faithful with what he's doing and he's trying to innovate. So the things that he sees, people don't understand, even his loved ones. So he's faithfully innovating, inspiring, naturally effective. Even though he has autism and traits of autistic things, he is being himself, even though he's introverted and he doesn't like to be out and do a lot of things, but he's being effective because look how he's changing the world with his cars and with SpaceX. Natural commercial flight to space instead of just, regular sponsored government flights. He started that trend. And then seeking success every day. Elon Musk said, I remember in an article, like I said, he slept in the office he rented. That was the space for him and his, I believe, brother or cousin when they first started their first business. He says even in Tesla, he sleeps on the floor inside of the building because he does not want to wake up and not be there if one of the workers or engineers or people need him. I mean, you got to say that is a lot of diligence and persistence to your company instead of letting other people run it, right? So I have to commend them for that. I really do, because a lot of people do not have that drive. And or when they do get something, what they do is just either stay where they are, relish in it, or feel like that's all they need to do or produce, and they stop. So, I always look up to him for that aspect of that. But he also talked about the dichotomy, that mindset shift of he's lonely a lot of the time because he has this drive. It's so hard. Nobody really can match his drive. So he doesn't get people that understand him. So he's lonely a lot of the time. It says, Grimes said in the interview that her on and off again partner Elon is the world's richest, but sometimes live below the poverty line. She says that, let's see. She says, bro does not live like a billionaire. Bro lives at times below the poverty line, to the point where I'm like, can we not live in a very insecure $40,000 house where the neighbors film us? There's no security, and I'm eating peanut butter for 8 days in a row. Now, I even have security at our house. Like, we have security here, so I don't know why he doesn't have security. It seems like if the house was only $40,000, you need to spend about $50,000 to $100,000 for security, because you're Elon Musk. And even if it wasn't somebody trying to rob you, because if he's $40,000, I don't know what neighborhood that's in. I don't know if that's literally the price of a house, but he's on like a 100-acre compound. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that as far as the dichotomy of it, because he could be in a $40,000 house, but he could be on 100 acres of land. So he's by himself. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely would invest in that, especially if you have kids with this woman and she's saying, I could see the mattress thing sliding, but security wise, no. You need to make sure you and your family are secure. So that, I think that's important. It says in May 2020, Musk tweeted that he would be selling his possessions and would own a no house. I think this was going to what Lucchese put in the chat. He is believed to be living in a $50,000 profab tiny home, which he rents from SpaceX. So he literally rents his home from his business company, SpaceX, right? What a prolific billionaire. This is so interesting to me. And I love it because I think this is going to help shift mindsets to be mindful. Stop worrying about the Joneses, what everybody has. Have enough that you guys are comfortable and have goals to attain to get more, but don't get more for show. Get the more to have the peace that you and your family need, but be at peace. Don't get more just to be getting more is my thing, because guess what? When you do that, you will never be happy. And what's going to happen is you're always going to keep wanting things, but you're never going to be happy with what you have. So you're going to feel empty inside. You're going to feel like there's nothing there that's going to make you happy, right? Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. And then Vaughn said to Luke Hazley's point, if you're just coming in, guys, hit the like button. Make sure you turn on the notification bell. Do it right now if you haven't done it. Go in to the notifications. Make sure your bell is on. I believe it's dark. It's not the light one, but dark, and turn on all so you guys know when I go live, and you know when I do pop-up streams and or just post videos. Make sure you guys turn that on right now. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to do it right now. All right, so and make sure you guys hit the like button and share this. Let's see. So this is what Yvonne says. Interesting point. Lucchese said Musk could be testing her to see if she wants to live with him in almost poverty before she commits to him. Yep, that could be true, Lucchese. I know him and Grimes. I feel like they've been together for like 4 years because I know they have a child, or they have two. I'm going to read that article because it talked about them having another baby, which was also interesting to me because I didn't know that. Let's see. Yes, guys, make sure you subscribe to the education channel. I have another channel. It's called Educate Mrs. B Finesse, and it's also in the description in this channel. Thank you. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Okay, Luke Hazley says most of these incredibly wealthy men get jaded by the women who want to marry them for their money and fame. That's true, Luke Hazley. And a lot of times, most of these super uber wealthy men, especially if they were tech or basically tech men, especially that mindset, they're very much, as far as into the art, they're into technology, and they're into the ideals of that. So they're not focused on anything else. They're not men that try to be super social or super trying to be seen or be out, and have an entourage of people. They're laser focused on what they're doing. So it takes a certain type of woman to be with a man like that, just because you will get lost in not getting attention or affection. And that is how his brain works. So you're losing yourself in something when this man is trying to create legacy, and you want attention when he doesn't even focus and function like that. So yeah, and Grimes is, guys, she's an entertainer. Like, she's a musician. So she's used to the fast life. She's from Hollywood. She used to being seen, going to events. That's Grimes' mentality. Elon Musk could care less about all that stuff, guys. He does not care about that. It says Grimes told Vanity Fair about how dating the richest person in the world made her feel trapped in between two worlds. Wow. Okay. And this is her quoting. Grimes says, "I mean, when people say I'm a class traitor, that is not an inaccurate description." Interesting synopsis, Grimes. She says, "I'm a class traitor." She says that's not inaccurate for her. She says, "I was deeply from the far left, and I converted to being essentially a capitalist Democrat. A lot of people are understandably upset." So basically, she was kind of loose and fancy free with her, how she was, and then she said she became a capitalist. She says in the same interview, Grimes said that she and Musk had a secret second child, a baby girl called Y. Now, you guys know for the longest, Elon Musk had a child, and the name was a symbol. But this is the name they said. So they had a secret baby. They said they called her Y, the letter Y. I'm not just saying Y. It's the letter Y. That's what they said they called her, right? The letter Y. And then it says the couple's older son, it looks like an X, an A connected to an E, A, X, I, pronounced XAI, Archangel. That's the name of the son. Was born in May 2020. And Y, whose name is Extra Dark Terrestrial Musk, was conceived via a surrogate, okay, and is Musk's seventh child. So that's why I was wondering, because I don't remember Grimes being pregnant again. So they had another child recently from a surrogate. So interesting. Um, and I'm wondering why Grimes wouldn't just have another child with him. So it says Musk told that Grimes had broken up with him after 3 years of dating. See, they were together 3 years, guys. And the billionaire has recently spotted in Australia with some other lady actress, Australian actress named Natasha Bassett. But he said he loved Grimes, so he's not going anywhere. I remember him talking about Grimes in interviews, and I think Elon Musk, he's so tired of being in relationships because he has multiple mothers to his children. I believe three. Counting Grimes, I believe he has three baby mothers, and I believe he was married to the first two. So I think at this point he really wanted to put his time. I believe how old is Musk, guys? Google it for me. I believe he's 40 or 50. So, by the time you get that age, you're kind of tired of playing around. I believe he's, even with Grimes being as young as she is him, I believe he really wanted to settle down with her. And he really probably still wants to create that family that he doesn't have. All right. Hey, Peter the Investor. Thank you for that. Salute to you. And thank you for the comment you left, Peter Investor. I appreciate that. Congratulating me. Let's see. Vaughn says, buy Mrs. B Finesse a Venti Caramel Crunch Frappe and buy me coffee. Yes, thank you. And thank you to those. I just checked it again. You guys bought me coffees. Thank you for that, guys. And those that support the channel and sent the different donations. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate that. It goes right back into the equipment and things for the channel. So thank you guys for that. Let's see. If you're enjoying the conversation, please like, share, and subscribe. Yes, hit that button. If you haven't, hit that button. Let's see. Yes, we are the Finesse family here. We are faithfully inspiring, innovating, being naturally effective, and seeking success every day. Peter the Investor says, Elon is known to test people. That's true. That is true. And they talked about that in the documentary. And what's funny is, guys, Elon is very aware. He's very, very aware of his self and his personality. So that's what I thought is interesting, because most introverted people will not admit that they are, for a lesser term, buttholes. They will not admit that they are very pretentious and they can be hard to be around. But Elon admits that. He knows, he's very self-aware. And I do appreciate that he's self-aware. Let's see. Well, top production, how you handle poverty speaks to the person you are. And to me, to be honest, guys, I'm not, and I try to teach this to my students, people I consult, just anybody. People are so stuck up on the money and the price and the ideal and that look of wealth. You guys know I've done many streams, and I might just do a series on that, just the crime in wanting to shine. Because I see that a lot of people will do anything for clout. If you guys missed that stream I did, I think it was a week or two ago, that is what it's labeled. I think the thumbnail probably is Cardi B, because that's her song. But it's so sad in a sense, guys, the mindset of people that they will do anything to come up. They will bring anybody down to get a nickel and a dime. They will do anything to take over and use those around them that are trying to help them, or that are inspired by them. And it's so interesting to me that we're stuck on that. We're so stuck on looking a certain way and having things. Now, I will let you know and tell you this. Things that cost more and things that are valuable are worth it. I'm not one to say live like a pot peasant and don't have. I don't live that way. But I am more so aware of, why would I go buy this item in this expensive store when I know in 2 weeks they're going to mark it down 30 to 50%, because the way retail works and marketing, things are there for a short shelf time. So I use wisdom with that. So there's something you might have bought full price, and I'm not paying full price for it. I'm going to get it for 40 to 60% off, just because I understand how marketing works and how retail works and resell, right? So I think there is something good about having an understanding of how things work, so you don't get used. And a lot of people don't realize these famous people, guys, they're getting stuff for free. And I never understand this. It's people that are getting money and make money, and you want to wear these brands to look a certain way. I don't need to wear any name brand. I will wear Millennial Finesse Mindset and be just as happy than wearing some high brand because I want that high brand on me, so you'll think of better of me. I don't give a rat's flying. I could care less. I'm not wearing a brand so you can feel better about me, so you can think I'm better than something, or so you can think I'm established. And I think that's the paradigm. I think when you get so comfortable with yourself, you don't care if you're in a $40,000 house. If it's safe and your family's happy and you got goals and aspirations to hit something else, but you comfortable where you at, who are you to try to tell somebody else that the cost of their house is not worth nothing? You don't know. In his $40,000 house, he probably got all kind of robots in there. You don't even know. He probably got all kind of like high value robots and animated robots to where the outside of the house looks like a dilapidated thing, but it's probably all high tech in there. You wish you was in that $40,000 house. So it's mindset. You got to be careful what you're thinking and what you're assuming about people and your surroundings. I mean, because you'll lose a lot assuming. I know that. I tell people that all the time. Even just assume somebody look at you the wrong way, and us women, we have that bad. You gotta stage yourself out of that. You gotta really, really like get into the depths of yourself to get out of that, because it's really sickening in a sense. Women, we do that a lot, where you assume because somebody looks at you that they got a problem with you, and a lot of times you don't know what that person is thinking. They could be going through something, just you think they're looking at you, but they're not paying no attention to you. So you got to be cognizant of yourself, because what we do as humans, you're deflecting what's going on internally to off onto other people. And then you get mad because you think they don't like you. And you own some other type of stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the problem, which is you. It's not them. But I digress. That's a whole nother episode. But just be aware of that, guys. A lot of times, stop assuming because it look like people have money that they have it. And then you judge to want to be around them. You want to be their friend. You want to astute to be them because of the pleasantries that you see. Make it be something that you want. Now, I'm saying there's nothing wrong with having a goal to want some nice things or something expensive, but don't let that run your mindset to where you will do anything for the clout. You will do anything to have those things, and you will jeopardize relationships that you have. All right. So be cognizant of that. Let's see. Good. You guys always come through giving me the information. Let's see what you guys are saying about how old he is. All right. Yep. Today's topic is Freestyle Finesse Friday. We got so many topics to talk about. We still on Elon. We're going to hit the Cardi B Tasha K thing. We're going to talk about that Miss Alabama that jumped off a roof in Miami. They actually know what happened to her. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that. We're going to try to hit the Jussie Smollett story. We're going to try to get through all these topics, guys, because you guys want them. So I'm going to give it to you today. Freestyle Finesse Friday. Let's go. All right. Lucchese says, is that the same woman that named her baby VWXYZ? Yep, Lucchese. Yep, that's her. Yep, I just read through that. That's her. Let's see. Vaughn says, somebody forgot to hit that like button. Was it you? Don't feel bad. You can do it now. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. We got almost 20 people in here. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We just hit 1K subs here, so we're moving right along. If you don't know, my name is Mrs. B Finesse of millennialfinessemindset.com. And here with the Finesse Fam, where we are faithfully innovating, being naturally effective, seeking success every day. That is what Finesse stands for. And I'm hoping you take that, go home, and make that happen in your families. All right. Let's see. Lucchese said Musk did a cameo appearance on one of the Iron Man movies. Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. I remember that, Lucchese. Let's see. Peter the Investor says Keanu Reeves lives a simple life. And you guys, you know what? Many actors live a simple life. I believe, what's his name? He's in a lot of movies. Connolly? Guys, what's his name? He's got like a country accent twang in his voice. I forget his name, but he's in a whole bunch of movies. He lives a regular life. And to be honest, guys, to really be honest, if we shed all the American Western culture off of us, the extra capitalism of having 4 bedrooms and a 4-car garage and all that stuff, most of us would be content with the basics if you weren't looking in your left and right shoulder trying to keep up with the Joneses. And that's the problem. Most of us, we are content with just having enough. But we see the person next to us, or we see family members, or we see coworkers with more, or we see all these commercials which are aesthetically created to make you feel like you don't have it and want it, guys. That's the whole ideal of commercials and that symbolism. But I mean, like I said, and this is why I'm trying to get down to the nitty gritty of this with these conversations. When you find out you have these conversations, guys, about the mindset, and how mindful you are and how aware you are, then you'll start noticing, dang, I don't even need all this stuff. And I was living in a kind of a falsehood that I felt like I did need it and I really didn't. So, that's why I like having these conversations, because I want to help you guys figure those things out, so you're not like walking in this falsehood of reality. You're fine and content with what you have, but it's okay to have goals to have more. That's totally okay. Let's see. Lucchese said he's 50. Right, right. Okay. I knew he was in that little, that little comfort zone. Okay, OG said he's 50. OG says he has 3 baby mamas. That's what I assumed. I thought he was married to the first 2 though, guys. I don't believe he's married to Grimes. But I thought Elon Musk was married to his first 2 because they were his wives, I thought. Because he got like 2 sets of twins with one woman, I believe. And I believe he has like 2 kids with another woman. I believe that's what I read. I don't remember though. Let's see. Wally says, not the look of wealth, but the look of money. And it's another thing. I don't know if that was in this article. People don't understand being rich and being wealthy are 2 different atmospheres. And a lot of people astute to be rich looking, but they are not wealthy. So that's the dichotomy. They're totally off on that. Let's see. Peter the Investor says most wealthy people who believe in their company keep almost all their money into the business and add value to others. Yeah. And to be honest, Peter the Investor, that is the trick to get your business to blow up and grow. Because if you take the money and you take so much of it off, and you take the money and you go buying cars and buying things and all those things, you mentally aren't in the long game of your business, because many businesses take years to establish and to create profit. So everything you get, if it's something that really means something to you, you have to put it back into the business. And I think obviously a novice business or entrepreneur is that just starts without any mentoring or help or any silence to what business is, they might make that simple mistake and lose it all. But those of you that know anything in life, you have to invest in it, even when it doesn't give back to you, even when it turns away from you. Like if you really want it, what's that catchphrase? Things that are worth it are worth working for, sacrificing for. So yes, that's true, Peter. Gail says, please click the like button. Yes, guys, make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Make sure you turn your notifications on, and make sure you guys are sharing, because sharing is caring. Peter says, congratulations again on your 1K subs. Thanks for adding value to us with your content. Thank you, Peter. I really appreciate that, Solace. I thank you all for leaving comments. I will eventually do a congratulatory show, because you guys keep saying do a show where we can just talk about you getting to the 1,000 and all that. So I will do that. I'm just trying to balance everything else that I'm trying to do, but a lot of you asked me to do that, so I will do that. A show where you guys were just talking about getting to the 1,000. We tell old stories, laugh about the audio and all the little trinkets and things that brought me from A to Z. So yeah, we will do a show like that, guys, because I want to hear you guys' stories and stuff. It's so funny to me. Let's see. Vaughn says, people who get it like that don't brag about it all the time. Some of those folks on YouTube be fronting for real. I know, Vaughn. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's YouTube, it's Facebook, it's social media. And that's why I'm glad I stepped into this space at this time, especially having the background that I have, especially the background in psychology, my background in criminal justice, actually using those things in a function of life in my jobs and profession and career. So I actually use those things. I didn't just get book knowledge. I actually had to use what I learned in the atmosphere, in the environment, intricately with people, individuals up to adults. So me, when I talk about this stuff, I see it clearly. I think I can see it more clearly than some of you will ever, because you've kind of been infused in the social media, and you don't get the voyeurism aspect of it. You don't get the what's the word? The addictive aspect of it. And some of you are wondering why you're getting these headaches, and or you're just feeling angry a lot of the time, or you're feeling like overwhelmed or consumed, and you're not realizing the connection to the negative sides of social media. Now, don't get me wrong. Social media, there are some great positive things about it. You can learn. I know I've learned so much in just DIY things. DIY things. I've learned that something schools can never teach me. So But some, you have to choose to use it for the right kind of venture things, and then digress and bag away when you see that it's taking from you, right? So yeah, you got to be careful with that. Let's see. Deborah Hall says, "Congrats, Miss B Finesse, on 1K, and salute to the chat." Thank you, Deborah. Hopefully, you're having a great day. Vaughn says, "Oh, have you been watching all this time and you've not hit the like button?" Yes, some of you are watching and haven't hit the button. No worries. You still have time, guys. Hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. I am new to YouTube, roughly 6 months now. And so me being a small nano YouTuber, the likes make a difference. The views make a difference. All that sharing makes a difference. It helps boost my content up in the algorithm. Even with the people that have 50, 100,000, million subscribers. So thank you for all you guys that have been doing that, sharing the content, putting me on your community pages if you have them, mentioning me and things. I know you guys do that heavy because I hear it a lot. Even if I'm not on YouTube, I hear a lot of people say, "Be Finesse, did I shout out? Be Finesse, they're talking about you here," whatever. And it's always positive. So I thank you guys for that and bringing that here, bringing those people here to the Finesse fam. It's always appreciated. So thank you guys for that. I always want to give you guys a shout out. As you guys give me accolades, I definitely want to reciprocate that. I'm not one of these people that sit up here and say, "Yep, I know I'm good," and you guys know I'm good, and whatever. Because some people get full of themselves in their head, and it took the listeners, the subscribers, to get you where you were. You be nothing. So why wouldn't you not up your subscribers? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you think you did it yourself? Because you could be here talking to nobody. So you didn't do it yourself. So every once in a while, you need to up your subscribers. And all of them. Not just the big name subscribers that come in. Not just the famous subscribers that come in. Every subscriber needs to get big upped. But I digress. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right, guys. So that was that story on Elon and Grimes. So interesting. In the whole dichotomy, I love discussing that story because it goes into every level of that. The dichotomy of him being a billionaire, the richest man on this planet, but he lives below the poverty line, and he has professed it. He has no shame with saying, "I stay in a $50,000 house," and a lot of people need to learn from that. Instead of professing so bad and wanting to wear somebody else's name or label on your shirt to feel good or to get friends or people to like you, be comfortable with the comfortableness of you don't need a lot. I'm not saying you have to be a full minimalist, but really, minimalists have, like, their life and their ideals is so easy because they do minimal to everything. They don't need to have it all. So they have so much peace because they're not trying to be anything more than what they have, and they have just enough to function in life. So some of you need to do that. Sometimes some of you need to fast or take breaks away from things. That's what a fast is too. Fast is not always sustaining from food. It's taking yourself away from social media, maybe your phone. Something that is consuming you is a fast, to take your self from it for a period of time, right? Okay, let's go to the next story. Some of you been asking me about, so we're gonna hit this one up. We're gonna hit this one up right now. All right. So this one was the Cardi B and the Tasha K thing, right? Oh my goodness. So you guys know I talked about this last week a little bit. But now we have details on the come about of it, right? So when I talked about it before, after the case, Cardi B was saying that she does not want Tasha to use any of the material at all. I'm assuming allegedly Tasha has this stuff still up on the website. I'm not sure, but Cardi B, I think it's an injunction she put in, or she filed another case to say that I want Tasha K to stop doing this, period, and I need her to take all my stuff off, right? So she went to court again, and it says Cardi B wants courts to stop YouTuber Tasha K from spreading harmful, disgusting lies about her. It says she won her battle and she was awarded $4 million. You guys know that we talked about that before. If you didn't know, go ahead and check some of the old live streams on Freestyle Finesse Friday. All right, and it says the federal defamation case in January. Cardi B has followed up with more recently filed court documents asking for a permanent injunction to be placed on Tasha K. All right, so this is what the lawyer says. It says the plaintiff filed this case this action before defendants refused to stop targeting her with harmful, disgusting lies. The rapper's legal team explained. Billboard reports damages alone are inadequate to address the constant ongoing threat of defendants repeating the defamatory statements. Defendants have explicitly said that they will continue publishing the defamatory statements unless an injunction is issued. So once again, Cardi B was not even trying to do all this stuff, but I guess allegedly, the plaintiff, which is Tasha, is saying, I am not taking this stuff off. So unless she gets an injunction. So this is why Cardi B is filing this case again. So I want to know what you guys think about that. And I'm going to read a little bit more of it. Do you guys think that Cardi should just stop and not file this? Or do you guys think Tasha K is going overboard with this? She should just stop. What do you guys tell me in the chat while I'm reading the rest of what the legal team is saying, right? So basically, if you're just getting in, make sure you hit the like button. I just talked about Elon Musk living below the poverty line, lowering down all his expenses and living in a $50,000 house. Now we're on the injunction that Cardi B is sending against Tasha K. It says a recently filed court documents outline that while speaking about her then ongoing case with Cardi last August, Tasha K said, even if they did sue, the B word, she said, even if they did sue, B word, I ain't got but $1 to my name, B word. What are you going to get? And there's always bankruptcy, B word. So this is what allegedly Tasha is saying to Cardi, right? She says, this is allegedly what Tasha says. She says, I'm going to pull a 50 cent on that B word. Tasha reportedly added, referencing FIF's 2015 bankruptcy filing. So that's 50 cent, allegedly, apparently. It says, more interestingly, the recently filed court documents regarding the permanent injunction request on Tasha K's claim that the YouTuber fraudulently movement. We talked about this too. And this is another reason why she's filing this. She said, more recently, Cardi B's lawyers said they filed court documents regarding the permanent injunction request on Tasha K's claim that the YouTuber fraudulently moved assets in an attempt to make it harder for Cardi B's camp to collect her lawsuit award. Because remember, we talked about that. And a lot of you sent me information on that saying that Tasha K, under her real name, she was taking properties because she has no properties are in the name of the business, I believe. And she was shifting them to her husband's name. So any type of defamation or any lawsuits, legal things that were going for her in her name, obviously because the business and the properties and the houses or assets are not in her name or the business, they can't take them or seize them, right? So it says, that's kind of the legalese of it. Cardi B's legal team additionally cited statements in which Tasha K, born Latasha Katie, said on the witness stand she wouldn't delete the defamatory videos and the post she made about Cardi unless the court ordered her by a judge. That's what she said, right? Then it says, overall, Cardi's filing the permanent injunction aimed to have Tasha K legally obligated to remove any defamatory claims the YouTuber has posted about the rapper off the internet and ban the creator from republishing them on social media in the future. As the rapper's legal team sees it, Tasha K's constitutional right to free speech doesn't include the right to false and defamatory speech. All right. Let's see. Tasha K's lawyer said, and I quote, the plaintiff must prove that she is suffering and will continue to suffer irreparable harm, which entitles her as a legal right to injunctive relief. So that's what Tasha K's lawyers are saying. Cardi has to prove this, and she's not proving it. So she doesn't need to take the stuff off the website, right? Says the judge is set to decide on April the 1st. All right. So let's see what you guys are saying about this. I mean, like I told you guys with me, it's not that serious. There's nothing I need to prove. I'm not about to do all that, especially I see you having family. I see you're trying to have a certain reputation. What am I getting out of this unless it's just lascivious? Unless it's me trying to hold on to something and just be mean and vindictive. I already owe you a good substantial amount of money. And I don't think it's bagging down for Tasha K to take the stuff down. I think really mentally her mindset um is more so like, I need to still hold on to this to prove to you that you're not in control of me. And I think that mindset is going to hurt your family's assets because of that. I could care less about if you want to do it or not, if Tasha should do it or not. I'm thinking about my legacy and my family. So at a certain point, I need to close it and stop creating this whole trail of things, because my family matters, my legacy matters. It don't matter how I made that money, but I want to keep it, and I want my family to be okay, because you'll lose everything trying to puff your chest up, doing it for clout. Like I said, let's see what you guys are saying. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you are turn your notification bell on to get the live streams. Make sure you're engaged in the chat. There's so many of you in the chat. Make sure you're talking. Let me know you're there. Don't just be voyeuring in the background. Let me know you're there. Let's see. Let's see what you're saying. Hey, Black Ops, hopefully you're having a great day. Black Ops is saying hello, chat. What's up, everybody? Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Vaughn says, is that R. Kelly up there? Vaughn, that's just some pop-ups that's coming up. I don't know, Vaughn. I'm not paying attention to that. There's just pop-ups on the site. Let's see. Let me take that off, because Vaughn getting totally distracted from the story. Actually, let me just put Cardi back up so you guys can see who I'm talking about. There we go. All right, cool. All right. Shaquana says, wasn't Tasha K ordered to take the videos down by the court? No, she was just ordered to pay the defamation and the court fees. But she had said, and she mentioned that in the statement, unless she's forced by the courts. So this is just Shaquana for the aftermath of what she caused. It was never said that she had to take all of it out. And she basically said, I'm not taking it out unless the court forces me. So now Cardi's doubling back. Oh, so she doesn't want to take it down? So I need to put this down on paper, and the court needs to force her to do it. All right. So yeah. It's crazy. OG says Tasha K is going to mess around and Cardi B is going to request YouTube take. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, to a certain point, there's nothing I gotta prove to anybody, not now one of y'all. And especially if I build an empire and I built this thing, no matter how I built it, I want to sustain it. And even her vision as she's changing things, I see like the stuff she did at the very beginning, and now kind of like the interviews that she's doing, how she's trying to make them kind of intimate, and the lighting and things of that nature. They do look really nice and good, content wise, whatever, but they look really nice. So like, even how she's evolving and changing, you cannot knock that about her. You cannot knock the vision and the things that she created. But let alone like that whole mindset. The mindset is what we talk about, especially when these issues and these trending topics with these famous people. The mindset that they have a lot of times is so off. And even having these conversations with it, so you can kind of fact check your own self. Because just because they're famous and have money doesn't mean the reality they live in and the things they go through are not things regular people go through. Right? So that is why it's really important for us to have these conversations too, right? Yes, today we're talking topic today, Freestyle Finesse Friday. We're hitting a lot of topics today, guys. We're seeing what you guys say, what you feel about it, and we're going to keep it moving, right? OG says, Miss B, and no, Tasha K hasn't taken all the videos down of Cardi. She moved them on her personal panel, I think, page. Oh, gotcha. So that makes sense, because if she's not technically showing them publicly, but she still has them, they can be reproduced. So yeah, I get it. Okay, I see what you're doing, Cardi. You got to make sure you cover everywhere. Okay. Let's see. Luke Haley says, I'm not a follower of either. However, I hope Cardi B does continue to pressure Tasha K, as she has gotten away with her bad behavior for too long while making money by trashing others with obvious lies. Yeah, and she did admit that. She said that on the stand. Like, I'm just saying some of this stuff. So, I mean, like I said, you live by the sword and you die by the sword. Whatever way you got the money, you better be willing to go down and die that way, because like I said, people don't realize that the same way you come up and you hustled and you stepped on shoulders and you punched and hustled and did whatever things that were not legal or things that were not ethical to get it, is the same way it's gonna backflip on you. And it might not be instantly, but trust and believe it's going to come back, and it's gonna come back with a vengeance. So that's why I don't know, like I said, some people, they get a thrill out of just making other people look bad, disparaging other people. They get a thrill out of that. And more power to you, but that thing is always gonna come back on you. So you better be mindful of how you want to do this thing. Let's see. You guys are funny. Let's see. Okay, so that's that one. All right. I definitely, hopefully this video comes up right. Let me make sure I can get this right. Have y'all seen about the Jussie Smollett thing? You guys seen the update on that? Thank you, Vaughn. Vaughn saying amen to what I just said. Yeah, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Some people, you get it how you live, whatever. You go ahead and get it how you live if you want to. You gotta live the rest of your life with your own conscience. So that's what you want to do. What more power to you, like I said, guys. So if you guys don't know about the Jussie Smollett thing, so basically, guys, he has got sentenced to 151 days in jail, 30 months probation for faking that hate crime attack. So let me kind of preface this and let you guys know what's going on here, and then hopefully the video plays right. I'm gonna show you guys the video. All right, so basically it says, and what was interesting to me was this video where he got up on the stand talking to the judge. I don't even know why he did this, but if it plays right, I'll show it to you guys. It says Jussie Smollett was sentenced to 150 days in jail for staging a hate crime. He's been sentenced to 150 days as the actor who received support from many Hollywood friends but failed to sway an obviously displeased judge. So there was a lot of famous actors that wrote in agreement to release and discharge Jussie Smollett from this crime that he did, so he wouldn't serve any time, right? But the judge was not in agreement. It says he's faced a maximum sentence of 3 years in state prison. The ruling was handed down to the Empire Star. He's 39. Oh, crap. Sorry, guys. I thought I had it up. I had to stream. Okay. There we go. All right. So it says, by Judge James B. Lynn at Chicago's criminal court house. It said the judge did not hold back when sentencing the actor, whom he called profoundly ignorant, selfish, and a narcissist. This is what the judge said, you guys. At the end of a wild hearing that took almost 6 hours, the marathon session ended with an outburst from Smollett, who maintained his innocence throughout there before he was taken immediately to jail. So he went immediately, guys. No $200, no pass go. He went straight to jail. Let's see. I want to play the video. It's saying here what he said, but I want to play it. I don't want to say it to you guys. I want to play it. Let me see if the video's up. I thought I had it up. Okay, hold on. All right, so this is basically what happened, guys. And I'm gonna try to play the video. It says Smollett will serve a total of 5 months in Cook County Jail, not prison, which is typical for shorter sentences. He was also sentenced to 30 months felony probation, and he's ordered to pay $120,000 of restitution to the city of Chicago, and he's ordered to pay a $25,000 fine. Oh yes, fair use, Vaughn. Thank you for that, because I'm about to play the video. Let's see. It says, I know that there is not, they put his down, but they typoed that wrong. There is nothing that I will do here today that will come close to the damage you have done to your own life, the judge told Smollett. You destroyed your life as you know it. Dang, that judge was not playing. It says, Lynn emphasized the jury got Smollett's verdict right. In December, the entertainer was convicted of repeatedly reporting to police that he was a victim of a racist and homophobic crime. It says, frankly, I do not believe you did it for the money, the judge said, noting Smollett was making around $2 million a year. The only thing I can find is that you really craved attention. The judge, man, the judge is not playing. She is laying it on him. The judge scolded Smollett for preying on a country that was slowly trying to heal past injustices and current injustices. You want to make yourself more famous? That's what I told y'all. Do anything for clout. The judge says you want to make yourself more famous. And for a while, it worked. The judge continued, calling out Smollett for throwing a national pity party for himself. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, a former federal prosecutor, applauded the 5-month jail sentence, saying in a statement, "The criminal conviction of Jussie Smollett by a jury of his peers and today's sentencing should send a clear message to everyone in the city of Chicago that false claims and allegations will not be tolerated." I mean, that shouldn't be tolerated anywhere, no matter who or what, when, and where you are. So yeah, that's horrible. Let me see if I can get the video up, guys, so you guys can see. Here we go. So that's grandma. It's so sweet. Grandma's basically up there vetting for Jussie. That's not the actual one where he got up. So I'm just gonna read what he said while I show you guys a picture, because I thought that was cammed up to the exact part, but they're not gonna show that part. Let me see if it's actually on this one. It says Smollett was not expected to serve time behind bars. Legal experts pointed to the fact that he does not have any prior felony convictions. Also, no one was injured by his crime. So these are the people, the famous people that were vouching for Jussie, and wrote letters so he would not get convicted, right? So it says Samuel L. Jackson and his wife, Latoya Richardson Jackson, the Reverend Jussie Jackson, and actress Alfre Woodard. Man, he got some old school heavy hitting actresses here and actors, right? They were among those to write letters to the judge asking for leniency. However, the judge pointed to the ample factors that made prison time reasonable, including Smollett's premeditation of the crime, the pain he caused real victims of hate crimes, the damage to the city of Chicago, and Smollett's performance on the witness stand in December, as he said the actor committed perjury. Good doggone grief. I'm gonna read to you guys what he said, because I brought up I had another let me see if I can get it up on my phone, but I'll read what he said. All right, so here's what he said. I'll show the picture and I'll just read it. Right? He says, "I am not," the S word that means deletion. Smollett yelled at the courtroom. He says, "I am not," the S word that means deletion. All right. He says, "I am innocent and I am not," the S word that means deletion. "If I did this, then it means I stuck my fist in the..." I can't even read this again, because the fact he says this is just amazing to me, but I digress. He says, "If I did this," he's talking about the crime. "If I did this, then it means I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBT community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this and I am not," the S word that means deletion. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. I am not the S word that means deletion. So basically, they're assuming he just put a show on before they handcuffed him and took him to the back because he knew he was about to go to jail. And presumptuously, he's saying if something happens to him in jail, he's saying right now on the floors of the court with all the people watching that he didn't do it. He is not S word that means deletion. And if something happens to him in jail, he's blaming it on them, the courts or the people in the jail. He says he's not going to hurt himself, right? So that's what they're thinking. They're thinking since he's going, he's never been in jail. He don't got any crimes. Think about the mindset of going into jail, not prison, but jail still. All your freedoms are taken away. You have to do what people say when they say it. I mean, nobody wants to go through that and see that. Nobody wants to even feel that. Let me see. I thought I had the actual video, guys. Let me see. Let's see if this is the video. Hold on. Can you guys hear it? Oh, hold on. Let me go back. Let me turn it up. Okay. Oh, you guys don't hear any sound? You guys don't hear it? Vaughn says no sound. Can you guys hear it at all? I can hear it through my mic. My headphones. Guys, let me know. Can you hear the sound? Say sound or no sound. Vaughn said he didn't hear any sound. Let me know if you guys hear sound. I'm not playing it now. Let me know if you heard sound, period. I'm gonna go back in the chat. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Lashes says salute. Hey, Lashes. Vaughn says, I wouldn't wish Cook County Jail on anybody. Yeah, Cook County Jail is not a joke. Guys, let me know if you hear the sound or not. It was playing and I could hear it, but I just looked over at the chat and I seen Vaughn said it was no sound. Let's see. Let's see. Lucchesi says, how I took it is that he's got dirt on people and those people will delete him before he sings. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, Chicago's not a joke, guys. Okay, no sound. That's interesting. Can you guys hear me, though? Can you guys hear me talking? Let me see if I do it. Turn it off. Turn it on. Okay. Can you hear sound now? You hear me? Can you hear this video? Can you guys hear the video? We can hear you fine. Guys, can you hear the video playing? I know you guys can hear me, but can you hear the video? I'm just going to disregard it if you guys can't hear the video and go to the next story. Okay, no worries. That's weird. I can hear it through my thing. So anyways, that's it on that. So crazy. He got a lot of time. But what's interesting to me were the people sticking up for him. I thought that was really interesting, especially famous actors and actresses. Alfred Woodard. You had Samuel L. Jackson. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of people sticking up. Once again, guys, if you're just getting in the stream, hit the like button, hit it. After the stream, please comment on the videos. I love reading your comments. For me to be such a small YouTuber, even when I had the 500, less than 500 subscribers, you guys were still authentically commenting on my videos. So once again, let me give you guys something to do for the weekend. If you missed some videos, missed some streams, go back help the Finesse family out and comment, because I love reading the comments, and it helps new subscribers when they're coming in looking at videos. It helps them understand and see what was going on with the video and what you liked about it, or what intrigued you, or what you learned. So please do that. Your goal, 3 to 5. Well, we're at 1K now. So let's go with, I don't know, do 10 of them. Go back and look at them. Comment on them. If you did watch them and forgot to comment, go back in the comments, guys, and comment in the videos. It also helps nano YouTubers, small YouTubers get pushed up in the algorithm, the comments, the impressions, all that. And thank you guys that have been commenting. All right. Okay, cool, Gail. Thank you, thank you. I know you're always at meetings. Let's hit the next one, guys. Let me know. I want to know if you guys have heard about this one, though. This is so sad, because I always was wondering what actually happened to this girl, but I was assuming that it had to do with something as far as some type of not intoxication, but something, taking something, right? All right. So it says cops reveal Miss Alabama Sozo Bethel took mysterious cannabis drug and suffered breakdown before running full speed off the third floor balcony. All right, so I don't know if you guys remember, let me show you a picture of her. This was a lady. She was Miss Alabama, guys, and she ended up passing away because she jumped off of a multi-story building in Miami, right? And she ended up passing away, obviously, because she jumped from the building, but nobody really knew what happened. The family didn't really talk about it. Nobody really talked about what actually happened specifically and what led to it. And so once again, what's also oddly interesting, guys, so she won the Miss Alabama. And if you don't know what that is, guys, that's basically, so yep, Finesse family. If you're new, hello, new Finesse family. We're faithfully innovating, inspiring, naturally effective, seeking success every day. But it's so sad, guys, because she's Miss Alabama. If you don't know what that is, here, especially in the United States, they have a Miss America pageant, and then you go through different levels, especially you women in the South. You guys know, because that's all they do in the South is pageants. They do it around the United States, but mostly in the South, it goes heavy, right? But you win in your state, and then all the women that won in their state, their specific state, then they go into the Miss America pageant, and whoever wins Miss America, then all the women in different countries that are in the national pageant, there's a Miss Universe pageant. So she won in Alabama, I believe. And let's get her background. So she's the 2021 winner of the Miss Alabama beauty pageant. She tragically passed away a little more than a week after falling from a third-story balcony. Reportedly took a mysterious substance and suffered a mental breakdown just before their fatal fall. It basically says the Miami police revealed on Monday that the 27-year-old beauty queen started acting strange after ingesting a mysterious cannabis substance on Friday, February 10th. Bethel then reported started praying before charging full speed towards the balcony railing, ultimately falling from the third story, plummeting down to the parking lot, where she suffered serious brain injuries and was in a coma. And there she is. It says Bethel remained in a coma until February 18th, which is when she succumbed to her devastating injuries and tragically passed away. That's so sad, man. So basically it says her brother, Santiago Roman, was with her at the time of the incident and told police that his sister did not see the balcony railing in her delirium and ultimately topped over it accidentally. So basically, guys, she was under the influence of some form of cannabis. And basically, in a nutshell, from what I read in a couple reports, her brother was saying she was acting really weird, and she had ingested some substances in the form of dealing with aspects of cannabis. And he said something about him going in the bathroom, and then when he came in the bathroom, he noticed that she was just acting weird, running around. And then the next thing he knew, she was running around. She opened the door, and he told her, like, come back, don't go out the door. And then she went out the door, and she ran like full speed down the hallway. And I guess whatever they were at, the way they would set up the villa, I guess you could go towards the balcony outside. And she kept running and did not stop because she was under the influence, and flipped over the edge. And by the time she toppled over, he said he couldn't get to her. She was already gone. And he said the balcony railing, and she ultimately toppled over accidentally. That's horrible. The victim ingested a small amount of a substance. Mr. Roman asked, "What's the substance?" And she replied that it was a form of cannabis that helps her relax, given to her by her friend. So her brother asked her, "What are you taking?" And she told him she's taking a form of substance, a form of cannabis to help her relax. The Miami-Dade police report obtained by the outlet states that after revealing the incident started at a restaurant before the two headed back to Bethel's brother's condo, the victim took off her clothing and went to take a shower. The report continues, claiming that she was feeling uncontrollably hot after ingesting the mysterious substance. Mr. Roman stated that even after taking a shower, the victim was still not feeling well and began acting very strange. This is so sad because her brother was with her. Mr. Roman went into the restroom to blow up the air mattress that she was going to be sleeping on, and then while he was in the bedroom, he heard the door of the apartment open, and then he said he went out and observed the victim walking near the elevator. Mr. Roman called out her name to come back, and the victim looked back and took off running full speed straight ahead. Mr. Roman stated the victim was not aware that the balcony railing was in front of her, and the victim's bottom part of her body hit the railing and she flew over. I mean, good grief, man. All these young people are just passing away. It's just horrible, man. It's so horrible. Thanks, Vaughn. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Guys, I might do a stream. A pop-up stream. If not, maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. Maybe later today. I don't know. But yeah. But that's horrible. So if you didn't know, guys, yeah, that was at they talked about this, I believe, about a month ago, but now they are knowing the reason why she had passed away, and it was because of her being under the influence of a cannabis substance. So freaking horrible. So many people passing away. We talked about this. I was just reading through my articles, and a lot of the articles I have, guys, are not just local and in the United States. I read articles overseas in different other countries. Excuse me, I read all kind of articles. And another YouTuber, I think she was from Australia or something. She was an artist and rapper, whatever. She passed away from, they said it was depression and maybe self-infliction. There's so much going on. So much. This one's going to make you guys laugh and make you think. Things that make you go, right? So I found this article, guys. I was just like, you know what? People do the stupidest things. Once again, like I told you guys, they'll do anything for clout. And it comes to the point where people need to use some common sense. They really, really need to use some common sense, right? And then I don't get it. Because I'm just like, why? I don't get people do these things. So, guys, I think some people are going to be shocked when I talk about this. But guess what? Oh, my goodness. So, here's the story, guys. I'm going to give it to you in a nutshell. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Lucchese says, I keep telling people who say cannabis is safe that some are lacing it, with weird stuff that makes people react. Yes, Lucchese. And that's the thing, especially with how people are bringing in these illegal substances, how people are trying to make do of every little bit of the illegal substance. They're trying to make more of it with the little they have. They're doing all kind of vindictive, sneaky things to make the little bit of whatever substance, illegal substance they have, last longer. They're putting it in, lacing it with things, adding coloring to it, adding poisonous chemicals to it to make it last longer, or to stretch it, or to sell more. And yeah, a lot of people that do these different cannabis forms, unless you're getting it from a dispensary and those type of places, they are putting stuff in it, and people keep thinking that, like you're saying, that cannabis is safe, and people are lacing it with stuff. That's so true. So true. But like I said, people don't listen until it just hits the fan. So this story, guys, these people are so, I'm definitely, I don't know if I'm going to do a series on this or just create a whole other channel just to deal with my background in criminal justice. It's just called Stupid Criminals, Stupid Crimes, or just being stupid and getting caught. Okay, so basically, These YouTubers, let me know if you know them, guys. Their names are Saucy and Honey. All right. They are 24 and 25, and they are arrested because they filmed themselves hiding inside of a Target, of all places, overnight for bizarre social media challenge. Lifestyle bloggers insist they have no regrets. So these people, guys, got caught on camera. Obviously, they're in a retail store. There's cameras everywhere. Some, I don't know if they snuck and stayed in there and hid. I don't know how, because you guys know in the store, especially if you know you've been there before the store is closing, they do a sweep of the store, and then normally the people have to stay in the store for an hour or so to clean it before they go home. So who knows where these people hid at? Lucchese, popcorn Lucchese. Who knows where these people were hiding at? And I'm like, you guys, you, I don't know how they thought they weren't gonna get in trouble. So I'm gonna show you pictures. Let me show you guys the pictures before I read about it, so you can see what these cuckoo birds did. They're apparently YouTubers. Go figure. Anything for clout. That's what this. That's what this live stream should be called. Do anything for clout, folks. Saucy and Honey. They are YouTubers. Let me get the pictures so you guys can see them. Look at this. That's Honey, I guess, and I think that's Saucy. I don't know. I've never heard of these guys in my life. Um. All right. So this says this is the person's real name. Charlotte Fisher, 24, picture, was charged with trespassing after breaking a Target after hours for a YouTube challenge. Once again, do anything for clout. YouTube challenge, whatever. All right. It says, and she and Johnson Laurel's 25 picture filmed the video for their YouTube channel, Sauce and Honey. Look at this crap, guys. Right here. They inside the back warehouse in Walmart. I'm sorry, Target. Surveillance video footage showing Johnson LaRose, 25, and 24-year-old Charlotte Fisher inside the Pennsylvania Target after hours last month. Look at this crap. Don't you guys know you recorded? You inside of a... Oh, it smells. You're inside of a retail building that is a billion-dollar company. So there's going to be cameras regardless if the store is open or not. So the point of the challenge is what? This isn't like back in the 50s and 60s when they didn't have cameras in there where you maybe could hide out in the store or sleep in there and nobody would notice it. But what did you think? Oh, they didn't think. So I don't even know why I'm saying that. They didn't think. This is in dancing in the store, recording themselves in front of all places. That's the electronic counter. So you know they're going to assume you're stealing something because you're back there with the electronics, dancing and juking, acting stupid. LaRose and Fisher danced inside the store, which was closed for the time they filmed. And look, the idiots did a video. 4 hours overnight challenge in Target. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what this is becoming now. People are just, it's no purpose. It's these challenges, and you want to be better than the other, and you want to do these different challenges and what are those other things called where you do to people? Oh, I can't even think of the word. But seriously, it says the police did arrive after being dispatched to the store when the pair accidentally activated an alarm while leaving through an emergency exit. I'm sorry, guys. Just stupid criminals. And they're not even criminals. They just wanted to record a YouTube video to get some likes. It says the police did arrive after being dispatched to the store. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat about this situation. Do you think your child would be doing this? Because this is just so crazy, but I bet you some of you want to watch it. Be honest. Would you guys have watched this? And y'all probably Googling it now, clicking on it to see it. So don't even try it. We got Mr. Rucker in the building. The real should have talked about prenup. Oh, I'm going to get to Mr. Rucker. So let me take the statement off till I bring up that story. Let's see. So yeah, it says while the responding officers searched the building, they ultimately did not find anything and left the store without making any arrests, as the couple had left the store by the time the authorities arrived. Oh, at least they kind of had a little bit of sense, but the dummies were recorded. They did get out of the store before the police got there. Okay. It says authorities said they returned to the store around 8 a.m. after it opened the next morning, resumed filming the video. Dios míos, it's just so, the idiocracy. And that's probably not a word, but guess what? I made that word up, and we're gonna patent pen that. The idiocracy of it all. These these ninjas slipped out the store, got out, but came back in the store when it opened and started recording again. Boy, they were caught when the store workers reviewed the surveillance footage after they tripped an alarm while exiting the store. Oh my god! Look at this lady. Look at her. Look at her. Dumb. Uh, this says she's inside a makeshift fort behind boxes of products as the store closed. Oh, so this is where she hid. So look at Vine. Vine's cracking up. She look at them, guys. They hid behind boxes while the store was closing, so nobody would see them. They also hid from the overnight crew. That's what I'm saying. How could they do this? Because I know, like I said, most retail stores and grocery stores have a third shift. So they was running and hiding and hustling and bustling so they wouldn't be seen. And then, because that makes sense, because I'm like, there's no way they were in the store by themselves, all right? Because like I said, most stores, especially big box retail, have a third shift. So what they were doing is they were while workers were there, but they were like hiding and running around when the workers would like come, right? Since the pair could be seen on surveillance video wandering the store aimlessly during the YouTube social media challenge video. Pictured posing alongside a mannequin. See, that's the real girl right there. She's posing, and here's the mannequin in Target. Ain't got nothing to do with their life. Police said Target employees found surveillance video the next day showing a man and a woman identified as LaRusse and Fisher wandering around the store with their phones out, according to Fox News. Cops eventually caught up with the two after identifying them via the surveillance video. The couple told authorities that they were filming the after hours video for their YouTube channel. Okay, and you thought the authorities was going to do what? You told them that, and you thought they were going to do what? That's the, oh my goodness. Let's see. Right here, the video says police said Target employees found surveillance video the next day showing a man and a woman identified as LaRusse and Fisher wandering around. Now this is them looking dumb. Pictured the couple as they leave court where they were charged with third-degree criminal trespassing. So y'all think it's a joke. Third-degree criminal trespassing and conspiracy because you want to do a stupid challenge, get the likes and the clicks. They were released on a $25,000 unsecured bail. Okay? When you go to the burglary call, you have a heightened sense of awareness. Suddenly you see somebody in there, or maybe they get spooked and run. Our officers are well trained, but it's not a great suggestion for anybody to do. That's what the detective says. Because guys, you got to think about it. When cops and authorities are entering a situation or a dwelling, they don't know what's preempted or happened. Just like when we talked about the Ryan Coogler thing, the officer who was a minority, just like him, a black man, he said, "Listen, bro, I'm just going off of the call, and the call said it was a suggested robbery. So I have to come in with that mindset. I don't know what's going on." And if you have family members that are officers, or you're married to one, or you know one, those of us that do, because I do, they always need to prepare their minds for the situation. They don't know what's going to go on. They can't just always assume it's going to be a safe environment going. So, they always have to be on, per se. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. And this is them. So y'all can see again. Y'all probably going to go follow them on YouTube. This is Honey and Saucy. And they were doing a YouTube challenge. Okay. So now we're going to get into the Nick Cannon and the real stuff. Mr. Rucker talking about prenup, so I know that's what he wanted to hear. Let's see. So guys, did you hear about this? Well, we already have the confirmation of Nick Cannon, his show being canceled, but they also are talking about the show The Real. That's what I put in the poll. First off, does anybody watch it, or have you watched the show? Be honest. Did you guys watch the show The Real? Or have you ever watched it? Let's see. Mr. Rucker says The Real should have talked about prenups. All right, so we're going to go into that show. So it says, is it daytime Emmy Award-winning talk show The Real getting canceled? May report of Williams and Cannon losing their talk shows Insiders are saying The Real is the next show on the chopping block. All right, so that's The Real. Um, with this lady Gladys, I forget her name. I think it's like Adrian or something. Lonnie and I forget her name. But you guys know them. It says after 8 long seasons, The Real is set to be canceled. And it says the news hasn't been. It says the all-female talk show um, has been in full syndication since 2014 after a successful trial run on Fox, hosted by Adrienne, Lonnie, her name is Janine, and Giselle. Um, it says previous hosts were Tamara Mowry, and reality TV star Tamar Braxton were the other hosts, right? And then Amanda Seales hosts on the show. So this I mean, to me, it was, I don't know. I guess I feel like The Real was kind of like a spinoff of The View, which was a spinoff of that other show. There's another show with The Talk. I mean, dog, how many names y'all gonna have? Like, really? But I could see that show ending just because when they lost Tamar, or they fired Tamar, that one I could see the show was not gonna be the same speed. And then when Tamara or one of the twins left, I think that's kind of what set the. And then they said there was the ratings were like dropping very 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 quickly. The ratings were dropping very quickly. So you know how it is in TV show business, guys. The ratings start dropping, they're gonna just cancel the show and just the show pop up in the show, right? All right, let's see. And then Nick right here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Um, Vaughn says they should change their name to Sugarfoot and Thunderbird. Oh, you talking about the saucy and honey people? Yeah. Let's see. Lucchese says, let's say these two, for whatever reason, wind up hurt or deleted in the store. What do you think would be, who would be exactly, Lucchese? Yeah. So there. Let me go back. You guys are talking about the couple from Target. Yeah, Target would be liable for that, and so that's why once again that they need to get charged, because now you putting yourself in danger for things that could happen. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yes. Target will be liable for that. Very true. All right. So let's bring up the Nick Cannon story. Um, let's see. Let's see. Emil says, what is wrong with these people? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They just, like I said, do anything for clout. And that's why I said, like, and a lot of you guys, listen, if you have children or young adults that, you know, you're around, be cognizant of what they're doing on these social media platforms, because that is a thing, to do these little challenges and all this stupid stuff. And a lot of time, and kids are like getting deleted from doing these challenges. A lot of them are not healthy and or not safe. So you got to be careful. Lucchese says the view with the cackling hyena is the one that needs. Lucas, you're so funny. Yeah, there's so many of these shows, and it's just like, oh my goodness. Like, stop replicating the same thing. I know, businesses think we'll just work, whatever works, we're going to keep doing it. But sometimes you want to see fresh stuff. You don't want to see that crap. And Mills says, The Real has a bad time slot. It comes on around 6. Oh, really? It comes on that doggone early? Sheesh, that's probably why they went into syndication. Let's see. Okay, it says Nick Cannon speaks out after his talk show gets canceled. This has been a dream come true. I had a feeling they were going to cancel Nick's show, though, to be honest. Just because, I don't know, it was just a vibe about that show. Like, it was so-so. And then the whole thing where, Nick had offended a lot of people. I didn't think that. I was shocked that they even gave him this show. But, I nose is itching. All right. It says, let's see. He says this is a dream come true. Nick Cannon addressed the news on his show Thursday, saying that having his own talk show has truly been a blessing. All right. So here we go. Let's kind of break it down. Nick Cannon is looking back on his talk show with fond memories. During Thursday's episode of the Nick Cannon Show, the talk show host addressed the news that his show has been canceled after just one season. Though Cannon 41 was saddened by the announcement, he said he completely understands why the decision was made. This is how show business is. Just like I said, I'm not even in show business. That's how it is. Right? He said, we know the biggest word in that is business. And this is a business. He explained during the show's rumor report, agent with Miss Yee. As a businessman, I know that as much fun as we have had on the show, business is a thing, and that makes the whole thing tick and operate. He says, honestly, I show up every day bright and early to give you a show, but I'm a businessman, and you understand when it's certain forms and platforms. He said, this has been a dream come true for me, and I'm being able to do this for you every day, but my business mind, I want to expand and elevate it way up. Okay. So I see you, Nick. He says he's down for it. He's not tripping. He says, Yvonne says, I seen the real on occasion. Every time I tuned in, someone was always crying. Vaughn said every time he tuned into the real, somebody was crying all the time. Yeah, I mean, okay. It was too hard to be. I felt like some of the younger personalities on there were just trying too hard. Like, just chill out. Y'all trying to go viral and just be the thing in the it conversation. I wasn't really feeling it, to be honest. Emil says, I never watched Nick Cannon's show. He makes himself look bad having all these kids out of wedlock. Yeah, and you guys know I did a show on that. It was one of the Freestyle Fridays. If you haven't, check out the Freestyle Fridays. Just go back and binge watch them. Binge watch the Freestyle Fridays. Hit a like. Get in the comment section and tell us what was funny to you, what was interesting, what you learned, what you wanted to say about one of the people that I talked about. Do that for me. Binge watch the Freestyle Finesse Fridays. Comment. And or go into any videos. At least 10 of them. Go back and binge watch them and comment for me. But yeah. Nick's got all kind of stuff going on. He also said that he's going to be celibate because he keeps creating these kids and he just feels like he himself, he meant this. He's going overboard, right? So, yes. Guys, listen, we hit it all today. We Freestyle Finesse Friday in the books. We talked about Elon Musk and Grimes, how she was talking about that he is living below the poverty line. We also talked about Cardi B, Tasha K, how Cardi B now is doing an injunction that Cardi B can, Cardi B is doing an injunction, filing it now in the courts. Then she wants to take away all rights to Tasha K to put any of her material up. And because Tasha K said allegedly that she's not taking anything down unless the courts make her, right? We talked about the Miss Alabama who had jumped over the ledge. We didn't know why she had passed away, but we find out it was from substances of cannabis form. Maybe allegedly something laced to make her run and be erratic and then jump over the rail of a 3-story building. We also talked about Jussie Smollett, even though he was, the verdict was out. We talked about how he got charged in his case and he got, I believe, 150 months in jail. And he had a $25,000 fine. We talked about the idiot YouTubers, Honey and getting and having to pay a fine, and then we talked about Nick Cannon and the real show being canceled. Right? So again, guys, hopefully you had a great day with the Finesse family. Hopefully you got to laugh and you got to enjoy yourself today, and you got to you got to enjoy yourself today, and you got to learn something new. We have another Freestyle Finesse Friday down in the banks. We hit our time limit too. We didn't go overboard, aka Wally. We didn't go overboard today. I'm probably gonna do maybe a pop-up stream tomorrow, guys, if not later today. Just to do another Finesse family talk, catch up with you guys, laugh about some old streams and videos. We're just gonna kind of just talk and chat it up. I think I want to do that. If not tomorrow, Sunday, I definitely want to do that. Just to us to come in, new Finesse fam to come in, talk, come from back in the background watching. You guys come get in the chat, come up on the panel and talk. Either or, we're gonna do that since this is what you guys love to do. But we got another Freestyle Finesse Friday down in the bags. And super excited, guys. We hit the 1K. We're on to 10K, 100K. a million. We're on to that. So thank you guys for that as always. Thank you, my Finesse family. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Share it. Make sure you turn on your notification bell. And make sure you hit that like button once again, guys. Make sure your bell is on notification. I probably will do a pop-up stream, if not tomorrow, Sunday, where we just kind of catch up and talk about the good old times and chop it up and laugh it up. You guys can come up and talk too. And that is it, guys. Have a great day. Adios, au revoir. See you later, Gators. All right, guys, have a good day, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Adios, au revoir. See you later, Gators. Bye, guys. Make sure you go back, comment too, guys. Watch some old videos and comment.